There's another way to check which of the potential solutions is the actual solution. So in the last video, we used synthetic division to check which of the options works. But I thought we could use a slightly different method that could be a little faster. So here goes. So negative 24 will give you your p-values, and plus 1 will give you your q values. So this is your p and that is your q. So it's not exactly your p or q, but it's your what gives you the p and q. So all the factors of negative 24, please. Plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 4, plus or minus 6, plus or minus 8, plus or minus 12, and plus or minus 24. Q is only plus or minus 1. So P over Q will give us the options of the Q is not doing anything because it's only plus or minus 1. So you have all of these possible options. Now one of these is going to be your solution. You don't know which one. So in the last video, we used synthetic division, right? You will just use synthetic division to find which one will give you the remainder 0. If the remainder is 0, that means that is one of the factors. But we don't know. So the other way is just substitute. So we have a function. You find what is f of 1. You will notice if you put f of 1, meaning put x equals 1, you will get 1 plus 1 minus 4 minus 24. So you'll get 1 plus 1 minus 4 minus 24 not equal to 0. So it doesn't work. F of minus 1, you will get minus 1 plus 1 plus 4 minus 24 not equal to 0. Does not work. F of 2, okay, f of 2 will be 8, so that's 2 cubed is 8 plus 2 squared is 4 minus 8 minus 24 not equal to 0. Does not work. This is really tedious, but this is how you have to make good decisions. You take your time. No need to rush. Okay. So negative 2 cubed. So negative 8. Negative 2 squared plus 4. When you put a negative 2 there, you'll get a plus 8. Negative 24 not equal to 0. Okay, by now you must be wondering when is this going to end? Soon, my friend. Soon and very soon. 3 cubed. 3 cubed is 27. 3 squared is 9. 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. Minus 24. Now, if you do the math, this is 0. So that means 3 is a root. If 3 is a root, what is the factor? They have a relationship, right? If 3 is a root, the factor is x minus 3. So I'm processing this. So x minus 3 is one of the factors. But I don't know what is the remaining chunk because I did not do synthetic division. I was lazy. Well, I cannot get around the fact that I need to do synthetic division to get me the quotient. I need to know what goes here. So let me put 1, 1 minus 4 minus 24. Do a quick synthetic division. By now, this is definitely something you can do in your sleep. Okay, you can do it in your sleep, but please don't sleep in my class because I know you cannot do everything in your sleep. And now you notice the remainder is 0, but I was more interested in these numbers. That means one factor is x minus 3, and then the other factor, the quotient, is x squared plus 4x plus 8. That is the quotient. So I've processed this function down to this situation. Now I still cannot get anything out of this right away because I do not know what numbers will come out of it. So what I will say is x equals 3. That is one of my solutions. Okay. And I want to know what else can I get out of here. Well, I will set that as 0. So I want to know how can I make this part 0. I want to make this part 0, right? Either this is 0, which is x equals 3, so this will make x equals 3 will make this part 0, or this part is 0. If this part is 0, well, what's going to happen? How do I solve this? I cannot do this by factoring. You can spend a few seconds here. Pause the video and think if you can factor. You cannot factor it. So if you cannot factor it, you can either use a quadratic formula or you can use completing the squares. I feel like completing the squares today. So let's complete the squares. Okay, I first move that negative 8 over by subtracting 8 on both sides. Now I need to add some number here to complete the square. I need something here. What is that number? Well, you get that number by dividing 4. Divide 4 by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2 and square that. Okay, that's how you get a third term if you know the first two terms. I've added 4 on both sides. Make sure you balance it. Always keep everything balanced. And now I get x plus 2 the whole squared here. This is x plus 2 the whole squared. You take a square root of this, you take a square root of that. You put the sign from here. Okay, x plus 2 the whole squared, and it is negative 4. We're almost there. Hang in there. Now we need to isolate the x. This is basically solving by completing the squares from chapter 3. Take a square root on both sides. Drop that root sign. Okay, it will be plus or minus square root of negative 4. And I will move that 2 over. I will subtract 2 from both sides. And this will be plus or minus 2i. Now the question had said find all the real solutions. Now this is clearly not real, but at what point did you know it's not real? Well, around here. This is where you would have known it is not real, and you could have stopped here, okay, because that's where you know it was not real. The moment you got a negative sign here, you know taking a square root of a negative number would be not real. It would be imaginary or complex. So the real solution is x equals 3, and we have it.